Hey folks, it's Colby from Mitten Fitness. Welcome. Today you're going to need one heavy object and a timer. We do have timer app recommendations in our description below. Check those out. You may also need a bench, chair, or Ottoman for some Bulgarian split squats, but I can show you a standing split squat variation for those as well. Without further ado, let's get to a warm-up. For today's warm-up, we've got some new movements, so bear with me. We're doing 3 rounds of these, and each of these we're doing 3 reps of. So first we've got upward to downward facing dog with some toe touches. That's going to look like this. I would go ahead and start in your upward dog with your arms straight, and then push up into that downward dog. With the downward dog, you're trying to get the heels flush to the ground, hip and butt high, arms are straight as well. And then from there, you're going to do some 2 toe touches, touching the opposite foot. So right hand, left foot, left hand, left foot, back down into upward facing dog, back to downward dog. 1, 2. So each of those from upward to downward to 2 toe touches is 1 rep. 3 times. 3 of those. Then you're going to roll into 6 overhead good mornings. We've done these before, but put your arms up, reach to the ceiling. Head is in neutral, in line with the arms. Push your hips back, butt back until you can't. And then come back up. What we want to be careful of is that we're not losing this midline stability. We're not curling over here. So as soon as that butt is back as far as it'll go, with the legs slightly straight, slight bend in the knee, come right back up. Overhead good mornings. 6 of those, and then we're going to do 9. After those overhead good mornings, you're going to do 9 wall slides. Those wall slides, just find a wall. Scoot your butt, your tailbone all the way against that wall. Make sure your back and shoulders are against the wall too. We're going to bring the hands up into kind of a 90-90 position here. And then keeping these hands and your elbows against the wall, you're going to slide them all the way up and all the way down as far as you can go before the hands start coming off the wall. Then back up and down. 9 of these. You're going to do 9 wall slides. Then go back to the top until you've done 3 rounds of all 3 movements. At the very end, you're going to do 30 jumping jacks. Jumping jacks look like this. 30 of those. After that, you're going to do 20 up, downs, or squat thrusts. Those look like this. Arms straight and down, plank out. Hop back in and up. 10 of those. Alright, welcome to strength. Today we've got some variations of movements we've been doing and a pretty new movement. It is a triple threat superset. We've got 3 movements. First one, single leg dumbbell glute bridges. We did double leg dumbbell weighted glute bridges last week. This time it's going to be a single leg. You're doing 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps each side on that, each leg. Second movement is a half kneeling tornado press. I'll show you that. It's kind of got a thoracic rotation in it. You're doing 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps each arm on those, each press. Then you got single arm front rack Bulgarian split squats. So that's where your chair, bench, or Ottoman comes into play. You're doing 4 sets of 8 to 10 split squats each side. Then back up to those glute bridges. You're resting 30 seconds between all of these movements. You'll go through it all until you've done 4 sets of each movement. Alright, let's show you these movements. For the single leg dumbbell glute bridge, you're going to get down on the ground. Grab that object, place it right on your belt line. Feet, heels are close to your butt for glute bridges. And we're bridging up, but these are single legs. So 1, 2, 3. Remember, it's a 3-second descent. And up as high as you can get. 1, 2, 3. Hips up. 1, 2, 3. Single leg dumbbell glute bridges. All right, after that, we've got the half kneeling tornado press. All right, so with the half kneeling tornado press, make sure that with the arm you're pressing with that knee is forward in that lunge position, not the one on the ground. All right, you're gonna bring that weight up into the racked position, nice and racked, elbow in tight. You're going to do a thoracic rotation, then press. Bring it back down, rotate back, okay? Rotate, press, rotate, back, okay? Rotate, press it out, bring it down, rotate back. All right, and again, whichever side you're pressing with, that knee is up or that foot is planted, however you want to look at that. That is the half kneeling tornado press. You're doing 6 to 8 reps of each side of those. Then you go into a single arm front rack Bulgarian split squat. With your Bulgarian split squats, you're elevating the free leg. You're racking that weight. Come down into the squat. Parallel is just fine. And back up. Parallel, back up. All right. Keeping that midline stable. Holding that weight in the racked position, elbows in. Nice and racked. Do remember on those Bulgarian split squats, if you've got the weight in your right hand, that right foot is up, okay? So, whichever hand your weight is in, make sure that that foot is elevated. And I did promise a variation of these. If you don't have a bench, chair, or whatnot, or you're not comfortable doing the bench chair version with your leg elevated, then do a normal split squat. In that case, you're making sure that if the weight's in your right hand, that right leg is back, okay? And with the split squat, we kind of have an A with the body. We come down and back up, okay? Don't have to go lower than parallel, and you're back up, okay? That's a split squat, okay? All right, that's your variation. And in that movement as well, keep that midline stable and the weight nice and tight, racked well. Okay, words are hard. Doing 8 to 10 of these each side, and then you go back up to those glute bridges. Press pause, have fun with this. I'll see you on the other side. All right, welcome back to conditioning. Good job on that strength. Today we've got an AMRAP, as many repetitions as possible in 12 minutes. And each movement, they've got 3 of them, 3 movements, 12 reps on each movement. The 3 movements we've got are alternating pistol squats. You've got 12 of those, so 6 each side. You've got 12 single arm dumbbell or kettlebell, whatever weight you have, hang power cleans. That again is 6 each side, so 12 total. And then you've got 12 side plank crunches. Unfortunately for those side plank crunches, it is 12 each side. Then you go back up to the pistol squats and you keep going and going and going until the 12 minutes is done. All right, for those movements, 12 alternating pistol squats. It may help if you have a plate or something to put under your heel for those pistol squats, depending on your ankle flexion and your mobility. It does help me. I grab my laces, but whatever you want to do with your free leg to keep it from touching the ground. And then you're squatting with one leg. So down, make that pistol, back up. You want to go to parallel or below, preferably below. I'm just not there yet. And back up. Kind of leaning over, pivoting that body toward the toe and the descent of that right leg. It helps to kind of pivot, drop, and then come up. Now, if you're not there yet, like I barely am, you may do pistol squats to a bench, box, or whatever you have. With those, lift your free leg up, and as gently as you can, come down, gently, back up. Try and keep that other leg completely off the ground so that you're isolating the one leg that's working. All right. Those were ugly, but you get the idea. After those 12 pistol squats, you're going to go into single arm dumbbell, kettlebell hang power cleans. I've got a dumbbell here. Grab that weight properly, set the midline, bend down, grab it. These are hang power cleans, and that's 6 each side, 12 total. All right, that's the hang power clean, and then you've got side plank crunches. For those guys, get down on your elbow, stack those feet, come on up using the abductor, push up those obliques, then you'll bring your hips down, back up, down, back up, until you've done 12 on each side. And then you'll go back to those pistol squats. All right, 12 minutes of fun heading your way. Press pause, go to it. I'll see you back here for a cool down. Welcome back for the cool down. We've got 2 different movements for cool down. One's going to be the lizard pose, and we're going to do 30-second holds for each side. I'll show you the lizard pose in a second, and then we're going to do scorpion stretch, and that's again going to be 30 seconds each side, just kind of resting and stretching in those. I'll also show you the dynamic version of that in case you just want to go dynamic back and forth. All right, for that lizard pose, you're going to get down on the ground. You're going to have your right leg is forward, left hand on the ground. You're going to grab that left foot with your right hand, and then you're gonna kind of ease forward, stretching that hip flexor area and that quad attachment, and just kind of leaning forward into that. Now you can gradually hold and breathe, and every time you exhale, try to stretch a little further for 30 solid seconds. Or you, again, can go dynamic with that and release the tension, go back in. Trying to get a deeper stretch, though, each time on that hip flexor front area. I'll do it with the opposite leg. You might get a better view. So again, grabbing your right foot with your left hand and just bringing that left foot forward so that you can kind of lean in and stretch that hip flexor area. Really good quad stretch here too. And if you can, bring that chest up high. And again, you can either do that static, trying to stretch a little deeper each breath, or releasing and dynamically going deeper. So that is the lizard pose. The second one is the scorpion stretch. Some of you might be familiar with this one. Basically laying on your stomach for this. Your arms are out just above 90. And then let's start with the left leg. You're going to bring that left foot over the back. And you should feel a stretch in your right shoulder. And then a kind of an opening up of your thoracic area. And you don't want to touch the ground with this. You just want to let it hover. You get a little more of a stretch out of it that way. And again, you can hold these for 30 seconds. Or if you want, you can do these dynamically by rotating each side. Just make sure those arms are straight, slightly above 90 with those hands, arms, and really feeling that stretch. Keeping that leg hovering, not touching the ground with that foot. Scorpion stretch. So 30 seconds each side of those, about a minute total time for each of those movements. That's your cool down. After that, you can do the shutdown challenge, or you can fast forward through this cool down, do the shutdown challenge, then come back and do the cool down. Might be better. Anyway, that's April 2nd for you. Have a great day, you guys. All right, congratulations. You have graduated into a new shutdown challenge. The last one was challenging, to say the least, especially at the very end with all those reps that have accumulated. Nobody expected to be closed this long, but thanks for challenging yourselves and sticking with it. We've got a new challenge for you starting today, Saturday, April 18th. All right, so the new challenge has accumulating 1 full minute of elbow planking. Also, after that, accumulating 1 full minute of hollow holds. After that, you're gonna do 48 push-ups, more push-ups, but think how ready you'll be for Murph. And then after the 48 push-ups, you're gonna do 10 light, emphasize light goblet squats, okay? So this is going to increase daily by 5 seconds on the holds for the plank and the hollow hold, by 1 push-up, and by 2 light goblet squats each day that we continue to be closed due to this virus that's out there. All right, so let's show you the movements. Elbow plank, you probably know, but I'm going to show you. Down on those elbows, on the balls of those toes, your core is engaged. You're pressing down, pressing into that ground with your elbows and your feet, your toes. Really pressing down, really squeezing the abs, squeezing pretty much every possible muscle you can during this hold to get the most out of it. All right, that is your elbow plank. Hollow hold. Make that bowl with your body. Leg raise, arms up and out. Make sure your shoulders are off the ground. Basically only touching the ground from the center of your back to your tailbone and holding. Engage that core. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Push-ups. Push-ups you know. Push-ups you love. And start in that full plank position. Down, chest to the ground. Elbows are in, either 45 degrees or tighter, and up. Push-up. Now, if you don't have the full strict push-up, no problem. Go to your knees, down, up, and if you need to scale that even further, find that coffee table, bench chair, side of your rig, and do your push-ups into that object. All right, then last but not least, goblet squats. This is not necessarily light. but it is a kettlebell in the goblet position. Elbows are in, nice and racked. Your goblet is hugging your chest. Squat stance for these, and you're gonna start with that butt back. So push the butt and hips back, down, parallel or below, and back up. Have a blast with this shutdown challenge. It doesn't matter when during the day you do this. It is meant to be as well as your normal workout for the day. You can do it throughout the day, piece it up, do it throughout the day. You can do it before you go to bed. You can do it as soon as you wake up. It's your workout, it's your challenge. Just have fun with it. Thanks, guys. Hey folks, really appreciate you tuning in. Please do us a favor, press that like button, subscribe, find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram, like us, follow us. Stay healthy.